Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Motivational Ass for those of you that don't know me. For those of you that do, thank you for coming again and joining and taking the time to hear me out. So today's title of the video is going to be You Are the One for the Job. You are qualified. It is you. God has chose you. So earlier today on my IG, if you don't follow my IG, feel free to go ahead and go on Motivational Ash on IG and hit that follow button where I encourage daily, I inspire others. So a few hours ago, I was reading my Bible and I put out a word of how I was in the story of Moses. I was in the book of Exodus in the Bible, and I was reading chapter 4. So, I'm going to give you a little brief summary of what I was speaking about in the video that I put on my IG. For those of you that don't follow my IG, just so that you can understand where I'm coming from with this message. So, right here, we're going to go to Exodus chapter 4. And once again, I am in the story of Moses. And this is where Moses encounters God during the burning bush, when the bush is burning but it is not consumed. So Moses sees the bush and he's wondering, how is it burning? How is it set on fire and it's not consumed? God sends an angel in the bush, and that's why the bush was burning, and God speaks through the angel to Moses through the burning bush. And so we're going to go to verse 10. And this is when God is speaking to Moses and telling Moses that he is going to be the one to bring the people out of bondage. He is going to be the one to bring the people out of Egypt that have been held in bondage, because God has seen their captivity. He has seen, the burdens. He has seen everything that has been going on with his people. And so now he's at the point where he's bringing them out. He's going to bring them out, but he's telling Moses that he is going to be the one to bring the people. He is the one for the job. And Moses second guesses himself. He doubts himself, and he kind of is trying to get out of what God is calling him to do. But God is calling him, not anyone else. So let me go and read this to you. So in chapter 4, verse 10, then Moses said to the Lord, this is when Moses is second guessing himself. So then Moses said to the Lord, "Oh my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither before nor since you have spoken to your servant, but I am slow of speech and slow of tongue," because the Lord was going to use his mouthpiece. So the Lord said to him, "Who has made man's mouth, or who makes the mute, the deaf, the seeing, or the blind? Have not I the Lord? Now therefore go, and I will be with your mouth and teach you what to say." But Moses said to the Lord, "Oh my Lord, please send by the hand of whomever else you may send." So Moses was second guessing his ability to do what it is that the Lord was calling him to do, because Moses felt like he was not perfect enough to do the job. He felt like he was not eloquent enough in his speech for God to be able to use his mouth to bring his people out. And someone needs to know today that God is calling you to do something, and you feel like you are imperfect, and you feel like you are not qualified. You feel like you are not the one for the job. And God is saying that if I am calling you, you are already qualified. Regardless of your imperfections, regardless of how you feel, regardless if you think that you are not wise enough, you are not good enough in that area. If God has called you, he has already equipped you to do the job. You are the one. Stop second guessing yourself. Stop doubting yourself. Stop putting limitations on yourself. Stop thinking that you are not the one, and stop trying to have other people go and start the thing that God is calling you to do. Stop trying to find other people to go and start the thing that God has calling you to do, because he is calling you to do it, not anyone else. He is not calling anyone else in your circle to do it. If he has gave it to you, if he has spoken a word to you, that means he is calling you to do it. And that he will be with you, just as he was with Moses, just as he was able to have Moses accomplish what he told Moses. You are going to be able to accomplish the same thing, because God is going to be on your side. He is going to walk right by you. He is going to walk you through. And sometimes I feel like when God has called us to do something, or he has put something on our heart to do, sometimes we start thinking of all the things or the reasons and pointing out all these things on, oh, why I'm not qualified to do it, why this won't work, why I can't do it, why I'm not the one, or I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I stutter, I don't talk good, my words get all twisted up, I don't look like I'm the one for the job, like we start pinpointing all these things why we feel like we're not the one, and God specifically has chosen us to be the one. But all these things are coming up against us, making it, we're trying to get a way out. We're trying to get a way out of it. Just as Moses was asking the Lord to send someone else, find someone else for the job. And God was like, no, it's you. I'm calling you. If I'm telling you that it's you, I'm going to put the words in your mouth. And someone needs to know that if God is calling you to do something, he is going to be the one to give you the ideals to create it. He is going to be the one to help you prosper it. Whether it's a business, whatever it is that he is calling you to do, he is going to be able to equip you for it. So don't second guess yourself. Stop doubting yourself. Stop thinking and looking of all the reasons why you feel like you are not the one. And stop trying to give other people your ideals to create what it is that God is having you or telling you to create or to do, because he is telling you to do it. God didn't go, because of Moses doubting himself or second guessing himself, God didn't go and find nobody else to do it. Even though Moses was asking him to, he didn't. Moses did it, and Moses carried it out. And that's the same thing that some of you may be doing. You may be trying to have or find somebody else to do the job, but it's not for them to do it. It's for you. Regardless of your imperfections, regardless of you feeling like you are not good enough, this is confirmation that you are. This is confirmation that if God has qualified you, you are qualified. You are not qualified by men. You are not qualified by the world. You are qualified by God. And if God has qualified you, you are qualified. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks of you. It doesn't matter what anyone else believes of you. It does not matter. Do what God has called you to do. I hope this video has set well with your spirit. If you feel like it was speaking to you, this is confirmation. This is a word for you today that you are qualified, that you are the one. You're going to be the one to make the difference. You're going to be the one to make the change. You're going to be the one to bring your family out. You're going to be the one. So don't second guess. Don't doubt what God has calling you to do. If he is calling you to do it, he is going to make the way. You are blessed. You are chosen. You are the one. So I just wanted to make a short and quick and brief video because I just felt this sitting in my spirit and I just wanted to get it out. And I don't know who I'm talking to today, but I know that this word is for someone. And even if it just reaches one person, even if it just touches one person, it may be that one person that needed to hear this. So if this message gave you any confirmation, just know that this was a word from the Lord and that he is calling you to do the job, not anyone else, not your friends, not your family members, not anyone else. He has called you. He has chose you. You are the chosen one. So God bless you. I hope you have a beautiful day. If this message was speaking to you, go ahead and hit that like, that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on another video. Once again, I'm Motivational Ash. If you know anyone that feels like that needs to hear this message, or that feels like they are not qualified to do whatever they feel God is calling them to do, feel free to share it with them. Share it with a friend or two, because you never know who needs to hear a word. So God bless you all. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed, amazing day. I'll talk to you soon, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless. Mwah.